is Techspert, and today I want to introduce you to the Joby GorillaPod. As well as reviewing it, I'll also be showing you how you can use it as a shoulder rig. Let's take a look at it. If you didn't already know, Joby sells a whole range of GorillaPods, from the GorillaPod Original to the more professional Focus. Now, the main difference between all of these is the size. However, today we will be concentrating on the SLR Zoom. Now, this tripod has a maximum height of around 24 centimeters, depending on what camera you're using. Now, I know that doesn't sound like much, but if you have a large object such as a fence or a tree, you can wrap this tripod around it to make it much taller. And that is the unique thing about any GorillaPod. When I bought this tripod, I knew I was going to need a ball head. Because Joby's option was a little too expensive for me, I went for the Andorra ball head, and I also bought a phone mount just for if I didn't have my DSLR with me. When you buy this from Amazon, this is what it's going to look like. On the box it says it is rated for 3 kilograms or 6.6 pounds. As you can see here, it is plenty for a DSLR with a telephoto lens on it. On the other side we have a few examples of how you can use it, and on the bottom it says we have a 1-year guarantee. In the packaging we have an empty box, which would be for the Joby ball head if you've gone for that. We have the tripod itself and the included 3/8-inch adapter. This is mentioned here. So as you can see, the GorillaPod has these iconic bendy type legs. This is what you're going to use to wrap it around your tree or fence. I was surprised at how easy this was to set up, and so I created a little video just to show how this is done. Here is me wrapping it around a bench, which is very simple, but I just wanted to show the principles of how this tripod is going to work. Here are some examples of what you can wrap it around, and as you can see, it is very strong. So you've seen what the GorillaPod can do. However, now I'm going to tell you something that's really important. The ball head is an absolute must. Here I am going to show you why. If you've mounted it up on a tree without a ball head, there is really only one angle you can use to take your photo or video. When you use a ball head, you can mount your camera in any position whilst maintaining the safety of your camera. With this in mind, let's talk about the Andorra ball head. I have found that because it is made out of metal, it has great durability and it is very strong, so it will hold any camera you put on it. When you add this ball head onto the top of the GorillaPod, it adds an extra 10 centimeters onto the height. The Andorra also features a quick release plate. This means that you don't have to screw the camera onto the tripod every time you use it. Compared to others that I have seen, this holds onto the camera very nicely because of its rubber grip tape. It also has a great safety mechanism, which means that if you undo the quick release plate slightly, then the camera cannot fall out. It also has 2 bubble level indicators, which are useful for photography. The 2 knobs in the middle loosen up the ball, and the bottom knob lets the ball head spin freely on the base. It also has a scale, which is good for when you are doing hyperlapses. This ball head is also very smooth, so you can almost use it as some kind of fluid head. It will hold any camera with a screw mount, or if your camera has a base like this, such as a GoPro, it will also work as well. For this demonstration, I used the Kaiser Bars X100 Action Cam. To see that video, I reviewed it last week, so click up here to have a look. The only downside I have found to this ball head is the weight. It weighs approximately 370 grams. This doesn't matter too much if you are using it on a tripod. However, for all you vloggers out there, you might want to look elsewhere. Despite this, it is possible. If you do want to know more about the phone mount, the phone easily slots in. It's protected by a little pad here and a little pad here. The phone will not fall out of this. I've tested it quite a lot and it hasn't fallen out so far. The maximum width that your phone can be to fit in here is about 8.5 centimeters. And again, I just think this is really good for the price. It's only about £2, so why not? So finally, I'm going to show you how you can use your GorillaPod as a shoulder rig. There are two different ways to make this GorillaPod into a steady cam. One of the ways is to put two of the legs on your shoulders and then use this leg of the GorillaPod to direct your movement. You can also make it into a shoulder rig by putting this leg of the GorillaPod on your shoulder, holding it back with these two legs and directing the movement like this. That's it for this video, guys. If you did enjoy it, be sure to subscribe and smash that like button. And once again, thank you very much for your support. If you're new to the channel, we do product demos, unboxings and reviews. So if you want to know more, watch my channel trailer or you can see my latest video here. Once again, this is Techspert and I will see you in the next one.